everyone, and welcome to the video. Today we're going through Ekko's Guardian Stories. Not much to say, we're just hopping in. Guardian Stories have been the boy who shattered time. That's her fucking name. Cool. Let's get in there. Professor Ikari. Ikari. Why does the name sound familiar? Ikari. No idea. Alright, there's no way you'd be able to compute this equation at such a speed. Try me. Respectfully, ma'am. Professor Hickory's been testing Ekko to see if he can answer difficult math problems before she can type them into a calculator. Using his Star Guardian powers right in the open. Idiots! 38,000 multiplied by 238,000. You have 9,175. Wait. A lot, big number. That. Correct. What can I say? The man's got all the answer. Show off. If I could rewind time, I definitely wouldn't use it to impress my math class. You'd probably go back to last week when you fell on your face in front of the entire class. Oh, you fool. Why didn't you double knot your laces? Wait, what? Why would a collie double last? Okay, whatever. Do you think we should talk to him? Ekko? What for? The answer to the big test on Friday? No, talked about misusing his Star Guardian abilities. This again, you worry too much. I mean, it's not like he's gonna get caught. And even if he does, he could just rewind time before he gets caught. Problem solved. Problem not solved. Being a Star Guardian is about responsibility, honor, loyalty. Wait. Is it? Though? Is it though? I mean, I feel like it's fine that Kaisa feels this way. She's kind of like idolized Star Guardian since they saved her a year ago, but like Ekko doesn't owe responsibility to, like, with great power comes great responsibility. Other than that, like, I don't think he owes anything to anybody. Like, I feel like using your powers to cheat on academic tests is like fine, right? Is that evil of me to say? I don't know. Like, I think Kaisa's being a hard ass here. Let him use his power to ease through life. Why not? Life is hard enough. As long as he's not hurting anybody. It's YouTube rewind power. Ekko could do anything, he can jump back in time if he does something incorrectly. That's what we're saying, yeah. Like, is that an abusive power? I don't, he's not hurting anyone. I don't know. Being a Star Guardian is about honor and loyalty. I took the oath the same day as you are. We're co-leaders. Not that anyone seems to remember. If it's bugging you so much, you go talk to the kid. Use your power of being a giant buzzkill. Fine, I will. There he is. It's like he's avoiding me. Ekko, hey. Oh, hey, Captain Kai. I've been asking around for you. Feels like I keep showing up right after you leave. Chess club, advanced physics. I try to keep busy. How strange. I sort of have that problem, too. I can't hang out this weekend. I have a project I'm working on. I didn't ask you to hang out. Oh, well, you were going to. You already had this conversation before, haven't you? Just a few times. There were a couple repeats where I managed to sneak away. Those are my favorites. So you were avoiding me. I knew it. Well, this version of me managed to track you down. That's it. Hand over the egg before you summon a plant-eating lava parasite. Sure. You can't keep doing this, Ekko. Rewinding conversations so you have the right thing. Rewinding math class so you have the right answer. I'm not cheating at math. Why do you always say that? You're not? No. I'm just good at solving advanced equations in my head. Oh. I guess that makes sense. The kid's a brainiac after all. Well, I apologize. Give egg. Give egg. But my point stands. And the point was, Captain? My point was that as your I'm telling you to only use your abilities to protect the universe. Nice guess. Wasn't a guess. And you don't have to worry. I can never change the past anyway. Not when it really matters. Look, I should get going. Wait. What exactly is the project you're working on? Do you have the math homework? What am I going to say next? Your next line is... That wasn't what I was gonna say. That wasn't what I was gonna say. Your next line is... How good are the grades they are getting, and the rewards for getting high grades or being in top 10 academically? Is that the questions you need to get answered before we can figure this out? I was gonna say stupid time powers. See you around, Captain Kai. I'm not giving up on you that easy, kid. Okay, so following Ekko home might not have been a high point for me as a Star Guardian. Kaisa is all high and mighty about using your powers for good, and she's breaking into Ekko's house. But I have to figure out what he's up to. What is that? Huh? You're earlier than last time, Captain. Oh, shoot! Caught breaking and entering. Stalking, no breaking in yet? True. Inventor's log. After a few setbacks, I'm prepared to proceed with Chrono Displacer Test 91. Recalibrate the internal zeptometer for more accurate retrieval to the millisecond. It's been a few weeks since I followed Ekko home. Thank you so much, Exposition Kaisa. He was mad at me when he first found out, but then he seemed to forget about it. And now, out of the blue, he invites me over. What's he playing at? Hey, yo! Anyway. Kaisa, you're just in time. Just in time for what exactly? To witness the first successful taste of my Chrono Displacer. Chrono Displacer. The title is a work in progress. So, this is the project you've been working on? The one that's been keeping you from coming to training? And the reason you missed mandatory Mochi Monday? Yeah, sorry I've been slacking off on my Star Guardian duties, though, nobody likes the mandatory Mondays, just an FYI. But once I get this working, I'll be back in full time. Promise. Ugh, fine. So what exactly does this thing do? Oh, yeah, I should explain. When I became a Star Guardian, the first light gave me the power to go back in time. Now I remember, Ekko. I was there. Oh yeah, I'll just skip ahead. I've been experimenting, looking for ways to amplify my abilities. I want to increase the distance I can travel backwards. The longer the better. Where are you trying to go? Not where. When? What? Normally I can only travel back as far as 3 minutes. But with the help of this machine, I should be able to travel as far back as 3 years. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, sure. Who's calling me? I'm recording! Alright, I'm back. Yeah, sure, I guess. That's not exactly the word I'd use to describe it. But what happens if an insect got into the machine when it's powered on? If it's just used for passing with a B, that all good, but if not, they're using the good straight A's. Why is the difference A pluses to B's? Why is that difference? What's the difference there? Like, what's the difference between getting 80s and 100 perfect scores? Why aren't you excited about it? Just think of the possibilities. I thought you said you couldn't change the past, and why would you even? I just wasn't thinking hard enough. Wait, didn't this neighborhood get hit during the invasion? The night Zoe attacked? I know I can do it. I know I can go back. I just need to figure out a few more things. What happened, Ekko? I just have to get there 1 minute sooner. Even a moment. Ekko. I'm stronger now. I'm ready. Ekko? can talk to me, okay? That's why you asked me to come here, right? To open up? To get this thing off your chest? Wait, what? No. Whatever sing-alongs you're doing with the rest of the team, that ain't me. Nice try, though. I just need someone to help me operate this machine. What would I have to do? Push a few buttons? Wow, rude. I don't even have my driver's license. Should I be operating heavy machinery? It's a little bit more complicated than that. What do you know about relativity? Whatever we learned in school? We haven't had a lecture on relativity this year. Oh, okay, then nothing. Little blushes. Just like I know nothing about what you have planned. I suppose I do owe you an explanation. I was in the arcade with my friend when Zoe attacked the city. What's happening? Is that some sort of monster? Ekko, look out! I thought he was warning me. When I turned around, I saw him under the rubble. He came out of his coma, but the doctors aren't sure if he'll walk again. They should have just killed him. They should have just killed him. Like, they've already talked about, like, thousands of people dying. Why not kill Ekko's friend and he wants to go back in time to save him? Not just save his ability to walk. I don't know. So you think you can save him if you go back to that night? If I can get there before... If I can warn him. You know, sometimes the past... I'm doing this, Captain. Either you can help me, or you can leave. I don't care about when or where we're allowed to use our powers, or how they're supposed to be used, or whatever dumb rule you come up with. This is my choice. Ekko, I'm only... Okay. I'll do it. Let's change the past. How do we get this thing going? All I know about relativity is only a small amount of things, relatively speaking. Yes. So, our first test didn't work. The machine put it out, generating some weird blue gas. The second test failed too. And the third. Inventor's log. This is the Chrono Displacer test 143. Yeah, we've been at it for a while. After numerous failed attempts with an operator at present, we will now proceed with 2 time travelers. One is the monitor to monitor an active connection with. It's hard for me to pay attention when he starts rambling on about this time stuff. But I'm going with him. He gave me a device to pull us back if anything goes wrong. And this time, nothing will go wrong. Are you ready? Let's do this. It's now or never. Entering chrono coordinates. Digitizing quantum polarity. That's not a thing. Just trying to help. Ahem. Turning on the stopwatch of perfect timing. Name not final. Patent pending. Synchronized! If you're gonna do something, do it now! Alright, here goes nothing. Oh wow, they actually fucking did it. Okay. Kaisa? Checking the stopwatch to confirm accurate arrival time? No need. Look at the skyline. That's... Zoe. Twilight Star, we're back to that night. You did it, Ekko. We did it. What is that? Run! Run for your lives! Quick, transform! Even if it's the past, it's still Zoe. The old Guardians are fighting her right now, and it's not pretty. Alright, what's the game plan? You really weren't listening to me at all, were you? We have to track down past me, ignore everything else. I may have neglected to mess with history too much. Those are lies of omission! Just lead the way. Let's get out of here. Oh. Oh no. Oh. Oh god. Oh wow, that hit me. That's a really good use. It's Clagger from Arcane, guys. Huh, yeah, they really should have killed him. Like Arcane. They should have offed him. Damn, even in this universe, he fucking bites it. Yikes. Also, if their plan was to, just in retrospect, if their plan was to get Ekko to go back in time in the first place, like, just sort of, like, hinted, or just to be, like, continuity, they should have, like, referenced it a little bit in the Twin Star story. I don't know if they did. Because getting perfect scores usually comes with praise and rewards, and someone that has studied enough to get A+ would not be able to get due to time powers, while B is a decent grade that would mostly not get cheat. Someone add a reward. But, like, who cares? Like, is someone getting an academic reward? I don't know. You cheat someone out of being valedictorian? I guess that sucks, but, like, I don't know. Cheating someone out of getting valedictorian. So somebody would have got valedictorian, but you got it. I feel like to be nice, sure, but I don't know if that's like an owed responsibility of someone. That's a morality question. I think that's a question of morality. I don't think that's that big of a deal, personally. Like, just this like, just thinking about it now, like, because you're not affecting someone else's grade, most likely, so they're getting the same score. So they're probably getting into the same college, you know, in high school. Like, rigging the lottery. I don't know. Lottery, so someone else gets half. This is a whole argument into ableism, I think, right? Because if you are born, quote-unquote, smarter, and you get those rewards anyway, how is that different than being born with powers to get those rewards? You know what I mean? Or if you're born more athletic, like if you're taller, you're stronger, so you can be the best basketball person on the team, how is it different than someone born with time powers that can also use them to be the best basketball player? You know what I mean? Like, you're literally being born with the power that someone else doesn't have. Whether it's being smart, whether it's being able to study, whether it's being tall or being able to practice, or it's time powers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Just someone who studies, who can study, and is born naturally smart enough to get those A scores, owe it to someone else to not get the high scores so someone else can be valedictorian? In the same vein, if you have time powers, do you owe it to someone else to not cheat the system to use those powers? You know what I mean? Like, what's the, like, I feel like it's the same to me. Anyway, just a second. My friend needs help. Clagger, hurry, the entire city is falling apart. Wow, you look pretty much the same. It was last year, Kai, not last century. True, true. And that other boy, that's your friend? Yeah, that's Clagger. And who's... Wait a second. Sona? Shh. She hasn't met us yet. Wouldn't talking to her mess with the, I don't know, the fabric of reality? Oh, so you were listening. The only one who was interesting. Well, I don't think she noticed us. Maybe not, but he did. Hey, Sona, don't go running off on your own. Wait, Ekko? Hey, Clagger, didn't I just see you leave in the opposite direction? And why are you dressed in cosplay? No, there's a way. I mean, sorry, his literate computer brain is malfunctioning. What he's trying to say is that he came back. Wanted to make sure you're okay. Yeah, well, nobody's okay right now. Something bad's happening outside. Wait, you're also dressed in cosplay. This is weird. I'm a friend. You need to get out of here. Ah, you aren't my Ekko, are you? Or you are, but, well, you know. How? I always knew you'd figure out a way to time travel. We've been talking about it for years. Did you use a wormhole? Did you figure out a way to alter the geometry of space-time? There's no time. I'm sure you'll tell future me all about it, right? Right? Ekko, am I right? Wait, why are you here? I'm not gonna let it happen. Not again. What? What happens to me? Ugh. You get hurt, saving someone else. Do I look cool while doing it? This isn't a joke, Clagger. I'm a Star Guardian now. It's my job to keep you safe. Huh? What's a Star Guardian? Are they like superheroes? That's right. The invasion made the The Guardians hold the knowledge. Nobody knows we exist until tomorrow morning. Yeah, they're like superheroes. I took an oath and everything. An oath, huh? Like, protect the innocent, defeat evil, and all that? Which means your job is to protect people, not keep me from making my own decisions. But you get hurt! And what about the person I save? What happens to them if you stop me? He's right, Ekko. But we traveled all this way! You've done all you can do, Ekko. Just let him go. It's over. Maybe we should be glad we made it here in one piece. I mean, the answer to this is just save both of them, right? That's the answer to this question? Save both of them? Right? Just, like, where would you have gone? Or where did he get crushed? Go there and save whoever else was there, and then we've saved both people. Anyway. No, I won't give up. It's not giving up, Ekko. It's just acceptance. You've read all the same sci-fi mangas as me. No, you can't change the past. You're so stubborn! Why do you think we get along so well? Best friends forever? Yeah, always. Until the end of time. This also, I feel like, would have had a lot more impact if, just do everything? Yeah, just do everything for it. Just save the world. Just do it. You have time travel powers. Do it. Also, this would have, I feel like, meant a lot more if Claggor died. And Ekko, this was like Ekko's acceptance of him saying his last words back in time. And he can't prevent it, but he can say something. You know what I mean? Are you okay? No, but I think, well, especially if, fuck, I'm sorry. I read the dev diary and they said something about this. They wanted this to be like darker. Like that was the whole point of the story, like trauma and all that shit. I think it would have meant more if he died. And he's Claggor. He's gotta die. Just kill him off. Take us home. Retrieving coordinates. Thanks, Kaisa. Yeah, no problem. I just had to push a button. No, for everything. Dope. That was Ekko's story. Honestly, a good story. Good time travel story. Very simple. Kaisa was there. I think the only thing I would have changed was made Claggor die. Other than that, it was really good. Genuinely, I enjoyed this. I think it's my favorite one so far. Went back in time. We have all the time tonight with Prowler knowledge of the event. Exactly. Exactly. Just figure out what was happening. Go back in time. He should have went to Claggor first and been like, hey, if I go back in time, what should I tell your time self? What should I do? Blah, 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 blah. And then figure out what's going on. Depending on the rules of time travel or whatever. It could have been darker meddling caused his death. That's a whole other thing, too. That's a whole other thing, too. That's... I mean, if they wanted to go darker... They 100% could have done that. They could have 100% done that if they wanted to be that dark. Yeah, I'd say totally 100% agree with it. I think either way would have worked, but I think death should have been involved somehow. They want to tell a darker story. Tell a darker story. That's what you said you wanted to tell, so do it. I think Ekko in League of Legends has childhood friends that died. Oh yeah, in Arcane too, he had Claggor that died. Yeah, that was his friend. Claggor and Milo. Yeah, I don't know. That was it though. I genuinely enjoyed that story. That was pretty cool. So, is this the same icon as mine? Wait, her eyes are open. Wait. Wait, that's a different icon. How did you get her eyes open? How did you get... Okay. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, we can get titles. Alright. I I get what you're saying with people being born with photographic memory, allowing them to remember everything if they want it or not. I guess it depends on what post they're completing with a liberal. Not, it doesn't even have to be that, like, literally, I'm not even talking about superpowers. Like, we are all born with different capabilities and we can all do different things mentally, physically, right? Like, it's in our genetics. And we have innate advantages when we do things just because, you know, it's literally in our genes, right? So, I feel like that can extend to someone using powers. Like, Spider-Man, he got lucky the same way we all got lucky with our genes, or unlucky, and he got bit by a spider giving him power. And I firmly believe with great power comes responsibility. Genuinely, if you have the power, I think you have some responsibility to your fellow man to be a good person. Personally, that's my political belief, whatever, right? But I feel like cheating the system with time travel powers to get perfect grades is not morally wrong, I don't think. Because you're not actually hurting someone. Sure, you cheat someone out of valedictorian, but, like, I don't know. All my Star Guardian eyes are open and all yours and closed. What? People like that if they're still going to try their best. You're talking about story-wise? Like, story-wise? I mean, yeah, story-wise, it's hard to empathize with a character that just has everything handed to them, right? And it's just perfect and everything, doesn't struggle. Like, struggling is part of why we like characters. But, Ekko has been written before with a lot of good struggling, even though he has time travel powers. Like, his story, Seconds is a good example of that. Yeah. So that was all your action. The Ekko story, it was pretty good. I think somebody with time powers has more to worry about than grades. True. There we go. That's a whole other moral question. If someone has time travel, Ekko can only travel back 3 minutes, right? So we can't fundamentally change how the world works. But then that's the whole question of, like, should you go back and kill Hitler, baby Hitler? You know, that's a whole fucking thing. I didn't know you get the profiles another way or differently made. I mean, I'm gonna check the shop right now. See if maybe he paid for this or something. Loot? No, accessories. What is this? I looked up Akali. Star. Oh, emotes. Austin, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you for offering up Crumb Soul. Ugh, that's a good one. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Star. Call. Why is it not showing up? I don't even see the Akali icon. These are from 2018, I think. Okay. I'm confused. Oh, now there's Star Nemesis orbs. Wow, cool. I haven't touched League of Legends in a while. Okay, that's my reaction. That is my thing to the Ekko story. That's my my thing. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Do this live on Twitch. Blah 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 blah. You know the deal. If you're watching the Ekko one, you probably watch my other ones. If not, you should go check them out. I'm gonna do them for everybody. And yeah, have a fantastic day. And yeah, good night. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.